and welcome to the ISCC for another edition of Simsbury Trojans Ice Hockey here on SCTV. I'm Adam Rozwadowski taking you through the action tonight as the Trojans come to this game on a bit of a rut, having lost 5 of their past 6 games as they come in tonight hosting the number 7 East Haven Yellow Jackets, who come in today with a record of 15-3. So that the Trojans try to come right the ship. They will do so without 5 of their regular skaters who are out with season-ending injuries. So how will they try to right the ship, having lost 5 regular skaters? We'll also start with the Chapman brothers, Hunter and Riley, who are first and second on the team in goal scoring, respectively, this season, as well as first and second in points. Those two are going to really have to provide most of the offensive punch and really get things going for the Trojans. On the defensive side, it has to be their 2 freshman goaltenders, Mike Adorno and Drew Marquis. They've had their moments this season, but also had their moments of inconsistency. Whoever starts tonight will really have to step up his game between the pipes to really stop this East Haven offense. We'll be right back with more in starting lineups right after this. One more. Hello and a pleasant good evening to you all, and welcome to the ISCC. I'm Adam Rozwadowski, and thank you for joining us for another edition of Simsbury Trojans Ice Hockey. The Trojans come into tonight losing 5 of their past 6 games and have a major matchup against the 7th-ranked East Haven Yellow Jackets, who come into today with a record of 15-3. While this is not a league game for the Trojans, this could be a very big litmus test as they head towards the home stretch of the 2013-2014 regular season. The Trojans have lost 5 of their regular skaters to injuries and have to be replaced with 5 members of their JV squad. So which Trojans have to step up to sort of get the team back and the ship righted? Well, it's going to have to start with the brothers Chapman, Hunter and Riley, who are first and second on the team respectively in scoring, and as well as first and second in points. On the defensive side, it has to come from their freshman goaltenders, Mike Adorno and Drew Marquis. Those two have been alternating starts this season, and they've had their moments of brilliance, but as well as their moments of inconsistency. Whoever starts tonight for the Trojans will really have to step up his game between the pipes. The Trojans will have a good chance at knocking off the number 17 in the state of Connecticut. Stay with us as we'll be right back with the starting lineups and puck drop at center ice right after this. And both teams are hitting center ice as we get ready to start this match between the Simsbury Trojans and the East Haven Yellow Jackets. Trojans come in with a record of 7-9-1, but just 1 win in their past 8. They'll start Nolan Thompson at center with Sean Gaffney and Swenson flanking him on the wings. Nate McIntyre and Brendan Law defense, and freshman Drew Marquis between the pipes. For East Haven, they come in with a record of 15-3 and start Tristan Goodwin, Matt Longobardi, and Mike Falanga. At forward, Michael Montesanto, Nicholas Latella at defense, and Tom Belusha at net. That puck dumped in the zone by Mike Falanga. It's from the far side quarter, chased over by Thompson. Puck on net deflected away by Swenson in front of the crease, but Law gets it back to Thompson, crosses it to Gaffney, dumps it off into the East Haven zone, and puts on a big hit there on that East Haven skater as a puck trickles out towards the direction of Hunter Chapman. Both Hunter and Riley Chapman will have to play a huge role in helping spark this Simsbury offense as Chapman puts up a shot. Pad save made, deflected skyward. Off the post it goes, and it trickles wide. Returned by Chapman. Holds, waits, and picked away by Falanga. Gets it back to center ice. Good pass, it goes. There's a shot. Wide right and chased over by Rooney. It's Hunter Chapman. Heads over to the bench after dumping it into the East Haven zone. Chased over, intercepted by Kurt Eustace, the senior defenseman. Pinballs it off the boards. And it's handled by Joe D'Albero. Eustace chases behind his own net as we are 2 minutes into the first period. And have been open ice thus far. That pass just trickled away from Ryan Loftus, who's a mid-year call-up and a junior forward. This goes to Foster, the senior forward. Low angles blocked away by Johnson. To the near side, it's Avalone. That's just a bit wide for Tyler Johnson and chased over by Nate McIntyre, who will touch for an icing with 12:44 to go in the first period. East Haven starts their backup goaltender tonight, Tom Belusha. Really has had limited playing time thus far. Frank Albano, their senior goaltender, resting tonight. Yellow Jackets win the draw. It's Latella. Gets off to the far side. Cross is just a little bit behind Montesanto, but dumps it in the Simsbury zone. Rooney chases it down, avoids the hit from Dacey. Chased over and crossed over to Hunter Chapman. Puts up a shot. That is kicked saved by Belusha as they had a good scoring opportunity denied. This is Riley Chapman. Gets it poked away by a East Haven skater. Sent back off the center ice. Dumped over to the far side. Chased over the near side corner. Crossed by Montesanto out of the direction of Falanga. Rooney gets it off to Thompson. The Trojan captain. Rooney loses it. Breakaway opportunity for Falanga. This shot, cross pass, shoots and scores! An early goal for the Yellow Jackets off a bad turnover by Will Rooney, leading to a 2-on-1 breakaway opportunity. And East Haven strikes first as they lead 1-0, just 3:20 into the first period. Not the start you're looking for the Trojans. And Gaffney lays a big hit. Swenson dumps into the zone. And Gaffney adds a second one. Tries to put it in front of his own net, but taken away by Falanga. That's denied. Marquis tries to play the puck, and that was a very dangerous pass as the surrogate goaltender Nolan Thompson knocks it away. Tristan Goodwin gets credit for the goal. Falanga the assist. At 3:20. On the near side, Thompson pokes it away. Collected up, Law chases it. Swenson sends it back to the neutral zone. Chased over by Montesanto. Roy crosses it out to Butler. Off a Falanga stick, and Thompson dumps it into the zone before heading to the bench. Riccio heads out as that went wide. And chased over by the Yellow Jackets. From the left point, that's a shot blocked away by Law. Then this East Haven skater, it's Johnson, loses his stick. Riccio tries to start a break. His shot is high and wide right. Under 10 to go. It's Eustace plays it at center. Crosses it over to Williams. Eustace to Foster. They play dump and chase. Foster puts it up in front of the net, but is poked away by an East Haven skater. Chased over by Williams as he dumps it back in the zone. Delayed offside, wiped out. Latella to the Simsbury zone. Eustace chases it over. Williams sends it off to Riley Chapman for losing it. And we have a whistle here and an offsides against the Trojans. So far, very fast start for East Haven. An early goal by senior Tristan Goodwin off a 2-on-1 breakaway. He lost the puck in the neutral zone, and Falanga intercepted it, created a great cross pass to set up the first goal. Barton Lendroth on the far corner. It's taken by Brennan Law. From the right point, puts up a shot, sniped out of the air by Belusha. And he holds for a face-off with 9:01 to go. Trojans swap out their forwards as Gaffney, Swenson, and Thompson, the starting line, return for the Trojans. Thompson will draw against Falanga, who was waved off on the false start, and Montesanto will take the draw instead. The tie-up is taken over by Gaffney. Puts it for the net. Swenson puts up a shot and a big save made by Belusha. Probably Simsbury's best scoring opportunity in the first period, denied by the backup goaltender. So we're back to where we were 10 seconds ago, as Thompson will take the draw. Tied up again and taken by the Yellow Jackets. Cross-ice pass. It goes to Goodwin. Holds it, takes a hit from Gaffney at center ice, been chased over by Longobardi. Swenson tries to land a hit, but this time he avoids it. Swenson on the turnover. Takes it to the zone. Let's have a shot. Stick save made. Thompson goes crashing into the net as the net gets dislodged, and we'll have a whistle and stoppage in play. No penalty, as Thompson did not do that intentionally, as an East Haven skater knocked him into the goaltender as those two got tangled up. Falanga wins the draw. As East Haven tries another long pass to Falanga. He has a break opportunity, puts up a shot, big save made by Marquis. And we have a whistle with 8:08 to go in the first period. And it's going to be a cross-check against East Haven. I beg your pardon, the cross-check goes against Simsbury's Grant Swenson, the senior forward. Another breakaway opportunity, as East Haven has had some really big run-out passes. One, the turnover led to their first goal, and then Falanga has been in the middle of everything tonight. Almost had East Haven's second goal. Trojans win the draw. It's McIntyre, pinballs it high off the glass and dumps it into the East Haven zone. Riley Chapman chases it down. Tries to get it on towards the net, but it's poked away. So both Chapmans, Law, and McIntyre out for the penalty kill, as they've already killed off 25 seconds. It's Falanga weaving through the Simsbury zone. Puts up a shot and scores! A superb power play goal by junior Mike Falanga. He basically took the Trojans' defense 1-on-4, and that's East Haven's second goal of the game. Very fast. Could have asked for a better start if you're East Haven, but Simsbury, on the other hand, really dug themselves into a deep hole. Falanga just been everywhere tonight, really showing off his speed and stick skills tonight. Another long run out. 2-on-1 if they hurry. That shot blocked away. Rebound poked away. Marquis makes a stop. And that is kicked wide. East Haven really taking advantage of the center ice. Lot of runouts. Already 3 in this first period. Trojans lead this, Trojans are trailing 2-0. Vinny Avalone in the Simsbury zone, loses control as Rooney takes over. Off to Reese. Shoots from the right point, is kicked away and blocked by Montesanto. And 2 Trojan skaters collide. And a whistle and an offside against the Trojans. So goals for Goodwin and a power play goal by Falanga. A bit of 2-0 East Haven. Draw tied up. Taken by Williams as he dumps it in the Simsbury zone. Riley Chapman chasing it down. Law to Hunter Chapman. Across a bit wide. It's Williams. Moves it to the far side. Chased over by Law. Gets tangled by Butler. And it's sent off back to center. And Chapman just dumps it back into the zone. Goes flush back to center. As that's sent over to Riley Chapman, but he gets tangled between 2 Yellow Jackets before he gets sent to the boards. It's Thompson crossing it to Law. That's kicked aside. Gaffney had a handle on it for a second before losing control to Montesanto. Swenson trying to sort of play, but loses it, and that puck goes back towards center ice. Off of McIntyre's skates. It's Tristan Goodwin. Puts up a shot, is kicked away by Marquis. And that's sent up, and we have a whistle with 5:08 to go. They're calling the infraction on Goodwin. It'll be Falanga and Thompson drawing at the far side circle. Taken by Goodwin to the right point. That shot is blocked away by Eustace. Chased over by Longobardi. And by Thompson as he tries to start a counter. Off to Swenson. Carries into the zone. Shot deflected away by Montesanto. Chased and recovered by Thompson. Off to Gaffney. Centering pass is towards Thompson. Got kicked away. But he recovers it. This gets deflected high into the air and towards the high slot. Eustace sends it high and wide. Swenson. Cross pass to Gaffney. Poked away. McIntyre dumps it right back into the zone. Latella takes a nice hit from Gaffney. His 3rd hit of the game. But that's a long run out to Longobardi. But Eustace pokes it away. That shot is kicked away by Marquis and chased over by Gaffney. Off to Longobardi. Cross pass. Poked away by Thompson and dumped back into the zone by D'Albero. That's sent high off the glass by Falanga and chased by McIntyre. Tries a run out there towards Foster. But a nice poke check from D'Albero as they lose it. It's Loftus tries a crossing pass. Riccio falls, loses his footing. Williams couldn't control. It's Butler tries to start the run out. Loses momentum there as the Simsbury defense catches up. It's Johnson. Tries a cross pass into Avalone. Loses control. That shot is blocked away. Butler sends it to the near side boards. And dumped back in by D'Albero. On far side scrum, Williams and Riccio try to poke away for the Trojans. as they're tangled up with two East Haven skaters. Finally, Loftus pokes it out towards the back of the Simsbury net and outlets out to Foster. And he gets tangled up with Dacey and loses his footing again. It's Rudy who tries to dump it in the zone but gets intercepted. That shot is stuck away by Marquis. Now they're getting tangled up with a Yellow Jacket skater. The puck trickles away towards Riccio. That outlet pass was behind Hunter Chapman. Return shot is sent high above the crossbar. 2 minutes to go in the first period. It's 2-0 East Haven. Riley Chapman carries into the zone, holds, gets at his brother Hunter, puts up a big vicious shot, kicked away, rebound is sent back by Belusha. The far side, it's Riley Chapman, lays down the hit. McIntyre crosses the low, dumps it into the East Haven zone. It's chased over, East Haven skater, and sent back towards the Simsbury zone. No icing as a Trojan skater deflected it on the way back. Pass intercepted by Longobardi. Sent over to the far circle, chased over by Goodwin. Off to the right point. That shot is wide left. And chased by Montesanto. Looked like it was a broken stick, and it's Swenson who broke it as he heads toward the bench. It's Thompson who gets tripped, and we will have a penalty against the Yellow Jackets with 56.5 seconds to go in the first period. Mike Montesanto with an obvious trip of the Simsbury captain. So now, with less than a minute to go in the first period, the Trojans will have a one-man advantage. Trojans sent out Foster, Riccio, Eustace, Law, and Thompson. And the Trojan captain will be taking the face-off against Mike Falanga. It'll change, and they'll have Foster take the draw. Tied up in one by the Yellow Jackets. And that's sent out towards the Simsbury zone, where Marquis will leave the crease, play it out, deflecting it away from a streaking Longobardi. Law lost the puck momentarily as Goodwin, actually, excuse me, Latella poked it away. Eustace crosses to Law with 30 seconds remaining in the first period, and they're going to play dump and chase. East Haven clears it back to the Simsbury zone, where Marquis sends it towards Thompson. It'll by Longobardi. Under 10 seconds to go. And we've got a penalty against the Trojans. A trip on Simsbury with 5 seconds remaining in the first period. So both sides exchange tripping penalties. We'll have 4-on-4 hockey for the remaining 5.7 seconds of this period and the opening 65 seconds of the second period. They're going to call the trip on Foster. It's Falanga and Thompson to take the draw. Won by the Trojans, handled by Eustace, and he'll hold in the near corner. And hold as the buzzer sounds in the first period. Trojans allowed 2 early goals by East Haven. A run-out goal by Tristan Goodwin off the turnover, and a power play goal by Mike Falanga. And after 1 period of play, it's East Haven 2, Simsbury nothing. We'll be back for the second period right after this. We're just about ready to start period number 2. As we will start with 4-on-4 hockey for the first 64 seconds of the period. Both teams exchanged tripping penalties at the end of the first period. Will Rooney it's James Foster for Simsbury and Michael Montestanto for East Haven, as the Yellow Jackets lead this one 2-0. It's Chapman, the neutral zone, trying to get to his brother Hunter, but gets poked away by Falanga, who's been everywhere in this first period. Part of both goals, as you can see, his excellent speed going from left to right. Weaves for the Simsbury zone, but gets stripped. And another penalty appears against Simsbury. Or perhaps not, as he ran right into Drew Marquis. It's a little bit of a scramble in the crease, but it was Falanga just too fast as he knocked right into Drew Marquis. So instead, it'll just, for goaltender interference, it'll be a face-off at center ice with Thompson and Goodwin. Draw one by the Trojans. It's Law. The far side. Oh no, excuse me, they called that a goal on Falanga. Looked like goaltender interference as he knocked right into Marquis. Now they call that his second goal of the night. And he has been part of all 3 goals for East Haven. Just a minute into the second period. So 3 points on the night for the junior forward. Goodwin on the near side, crosses it over. Instead, it's a power play for the Trojans with 30 seconds. So it gets knocked back to center ice. East Haven came in tonight, ranked number 7 in the state of Connecticut, and they're really proving why. 3 goals, 2 of them by their stud forward, Mike Falanga. From the left point, that's deflected towards Marquis and gloved for a face-off. Just a minute into the second period, Falanga strikes again, netting his second goal of the day and his 3rd point. Simsbury in a major hole as they trail 3-0. Chapman gets tied up with Falanga. It gets sent back towards the East Haven zone. Foster's penalty about to expire and does. That's dropped over by Riley Chapman. And a big hit, and we're gonna have a whistle and a penalty against East Haven. So Simsbury go back on the power play. Appears to be Montesanto getting called for his 2nd penalty of the day. Trojans win the draw. From the right point, it's McIntyre to Chapman. To Chapman, right circle, gets poked away, taken by Rooney. The right point, behind the net. It goes to Levin. Off to McIntyre to the right point. To Chapman. Hunter Chapman puts up a shot. It's stuck away by Belusha. And it trickles away, but Chapman dumps it back on the zone. Chased over by Levin. And that's stuck and clear to center ice by Latella. 73 seconds remaining in the power play. That's knocked off. It's a charging call. That's Chapman. Gets it off to Foster. Makes a hit there from Goodwin as he sends it back high off the boards and cleared off under a minute to go in the power play. That's sent back off the center ice. and dumped in the Simsbury zone with 40 seconds to go in the penalty. Rooney chased it behind his own net, off to Foster. Gonna dump it to Riccio in the zone. That's cleared, trying to get cleared, but Rooney keeps in the zone, chased over by Goodwin, and he sends it back towards the Simsbury zone where Marquis plays the puck, gets it back towards Law. But he loses control and turns it over in his own zone. That centering pass, bit wide for Butler. Chased over by Eustace. To Law and Riccio. It's Law. Pokes the puck away, past the blue line. Little dump by Latella. And that's turned back over as Butler tries to put up a shot, but it gets ticked away by Eustace. It's Avalone. Back behind the boards to Butler. To the right point, and Latella. Trojans is having a lot of trouble getting the puck out of their own defensive zone. It's a very, very fast East Haven front three. Finally trickles back out to center ice where it's Foster tries to start a break, but gets poked away. Riccio takes it back. His shot in the high slot is knocked away by Latella. And cleared out to Johnson. Crossing pass is intercepted by Riley Chapman and dumps it into the East Haven zone. And puts up a hit to boot on Latella and trickles back over to the Trojans. It's Hunter Chapman. To 11. Another break started by Avalon, but gets poked away as Johnson loses footing. That run a little bit wide for Riley Chapman. He puts up a shot, is gloved away by Belusha and holds for a draw. Simsbury's best look at the net in the second period as they trail this one 3-0. Lendroth and Loftus will draw, tied up, taken by the Yellow Jackets. It's Lendroth. Comes to the Simsbury zone, but it'll be an icing against East Haven. With 9:09 to go in the second period, the Trojans will have a draw in their own offensive zone with 9:09 to go in the second period. They'll send the big Ryan Loftus, the junior forward, wins it for the Trojans. Sent back out to center ice and McIntyre. It loses control of it. It's D'Albero, but that gets poked away in wide right. Chased by Reese. A start a break, but a good poke check by D'Albero. The scrum as Loftus comes over the puck, sends it to the left point in Eustace. His shot is deflected away into the right. Rooney turns it over, back to the neutral zone. Gets tangled up with an East Haven skater, comes away with it. Carries into the zone, puts up a shot, glove save by Belusha, and knocked away. Left point, it's Eustace. Shot, he scores! Kurt Eustace puts the Trojans on the board. His second goal of 2014. The Trojans get their offense back to life as they now trail this one 3-2. Oh, excuse me, 3-1, I'm sorry. That's Eustace's second goal this season. Slap check from the left point, good screen from Simsbury to really block the vision of Belusha.
Simsbury goal by number 10, Kurt Eustace, assisted by number 21, John
Jack Reese gets credit for the assist, his third of the season. It's Thompson trying to invigorate the Simsbury offense. 7:45 to go in the second period. It's Swenson who loses control of it, and a break for East Haven as they had 3-on-1 if they hurried. Longa lost control. Off to Goodwin. That pass is a bit wide to the right point. To Latilla. It's lost. Swenson sends it back to center ice, where it trickled in between the legs of an East Haven skater. It's Falanga. Here's into the zone, taken back by McIntyre. And we'll have an icing against the Trojans with 7:07 to go in the second period. Now, Kurt Eustace igniting the Simsbury offense with his second goal. Both teams have exchanged goals in this period. The margin is still 2. Levin and Butler draw, won by the Trojans. Puck poked away and sent to the direction of Kurt Eustace before fending off a hit from Tyler Johnson. That shot is sent away by Marquis. Off to Hunter Chapman. Crosses it to his brother Riley. Goes to the zone. He shoots and it's sucked away by Belusha. And we got a goal! The Trojans cut it to 1. The Chapman line comes up big again for Simsbury. Couldn't tell if it was Hunter or Riley, but nonetheless, the Trojans have gotten 2 goals in a row, and they trail this one 3-2. Hunter leads the team with 8 goals. Chapman came in tonight second with 7. And nonetheless, Simsbury has put up 2 goals in the second period. The momentum has clearly shifted.
Simsbury goal by number 17.
They do give its credit to Chapman. Zach Levin gets credited for the assist. His 9th. And that looks like it'll be a goal against East Haven. The puck winds on the back of the net, but the officials are discussing. 6:16 to go. Chapman got credit for his 9th goal of the season to lead the Trojans. They are counting this one as a East Haven goal. We'll wait to see who they're credited to. Very quick answer from the Yellow Jackets. Falanga and Thompson will draw at center ice. Things really open up in the second period. Each side has netted a pair of goals. It's Thompson. Who's it? Gonna go back to center ice and to Tristan Goodwin. That cross is deflected by Thompson. So Goodwin gets his second goal of the night. Longobardi gets the assist. So Goodwin and Falanga have scored all 4 East Haven goals as they have doubled up the Trojans 4-2. It's Thompson who loses his stick as Goodwin knocked it clear out of his grasp. And we've got a whistle here. And offsides against the Yellow Jackets. 5:31 to go in the second period. It is 4-2 East Haven. Oh, and a vicious hit by Montesanto as he laid out Matt Werner, as he's very slow to get up. little late whistle here as we wait to see, and yes, they will send Montesanto to the penalty box. So Simsbury will be back on the power play, having scored 2 goals in this second period. Oh, no, it's a 5-minute major will be called against Montesanto. So Simsbury will be on the power play for 5 minutes. They get unlimited scoring opportunities here. Just a very dirty play from the senior forward. And really, if Simsbury wants to get back into this game, they're really going to have to take advantage of this man advantage. They'll send out Levin, the Chapmans, Rooney, and McIntyre on for the power play. Officials still at the scores table, trying to just sort out the penalty. Now they've gone to the East Haven bench to tell Coach Lou Payne the penalty and possibly if this is a misconduct. Coach Payne does not look too thrilled about the explanation given to him. So nonetheless, Simsbury will be on the power play for 5 minutes. As Levin will draw for Simsbury. Tied up, but taken by Levin. Up to Rooney. From the near side. Hunter Chapman loses control. It's Riley Chapman. Puts in a shot. Deflected iron in! And Simsbury immediately takes advantage of the 5-minute major, scoring their 3rd goal of the night. Riley Chapman shot the puck, but it looks like it got deflected in by another Simsbury skater from the right side towards the glove side of the goaltender, Belusha. And Simsbury has cut the lead to 1. Excuse me, cut their deficit to 1. As they still have 4:35 to go in the major.
Simsbury goal scored by number 3, Riley Chapman, assisted by number 17, Hunter Chapman.
So they give Riley Chapman credit for the goal, his 8th of the season. Hunter Chapman gets credit for the assist, his 5th. And as mentioned at the top of the broadcast, the Chapmans really helping the Trojans' offense get ignited. But we have a whistle here as Zach Levin heads to the penalty box for 2 minutes. So it will be 4-on-4 hockey for 2 minutes. The Trojans will be on a power play for the remaining 2:29. McIntyre comes away with it off the skate. It's a slashing penalty. Delayed offsides wiped out. 4:35 to go in the second period. That shot is wide left by Montesanto. Off to center ice. Crossed over towards Latella. Goes it back for a run out for Mike Montesanto. His shot blocked away by Eustace. Loses it behind the net. Crossing pass. Oh, left point. Montesanto's shot blocked away by Thompson. And Eustace sends it off. Out of the reach of Swenson. Chased by Falanga. Weaves, waits, puts up a big shot and scores! That's the hat trick for Falanga. A vicious slap shot as he had plenty of time to wind up and fire on net. And East Haven regains their 2-goal lead as they lead this one 5-3. Falanga's been outstanding tonight. 3 goals. He set up the first goal, scored by Tristan Goodwin in the first period. 4 points in all. As this gets tied up, held in the East Haven zone. Cross out to D'Albero. Matella, and that's gloved and held onto by Marquis. And will hold for a face-off. With 3:37 to go in the second period. So the good news is the Trojans' offense has really sparked in the second period. Bad news, though, is they've allowed as many goals as they scored in this period. It's 5-3. And that charge was sent away by Belusha as Hunter Chapman tried to cut back on the deficit. Shot from the left point is knocked away and blocked by Rudy. Counter-attack. It's Rudy. Then to Chapman. His shot is picked out of the air by Belusha and holds for a face-off. As you can see, some real life get invigorated by the Trojans in the second period. They've come out with 3 goals. Started off by Eustace from the left point. Then Hunter Chapman and Riley Chapman. For East Haven, Goodwin has scored twice, Falanga the other 3 for East Haven. And that's the difference in this game. As McIntyre from the left point puts up a shot, stuck away from Belusha. And taken by Butler. Crosses it to Falanga. Has to play. And we got a whistle here as the puck got played. Well, they're going to call that offsides because Falanga did not have possession of the puck. Playing into the zone. 2:58 remaining in the second period. It's 5-3. Draw gets tied up. Won by Hunter Chapman. Off to Rooney. He shoots! And it goes to the back of the net. And trickled off in front of the crease, but sent airborne to the Simsbury zone. As the 11 penalty expires, Trojans have still another 2:10 to go on the major. It's Levin on the crossing pass. Holds, waits. We got a whistle here. And it's going to be interference against the Trojans. They're going to call it on Riley Chapman. And this will cancel out the remainder of the 5-minute majors. Now both sides will be playing 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute 55. Coach Cross sends out Eustace, Law, Thompson, and Gaffney to kill off the penalty. Thompson gets tied up with Falanga. Comes away with it. Between the legs of Gaffney. It's enough to Eustace. It's Falanga. Then all over the ice tonight. It's sent off to Montesanto. Into the zone he goes. As he waits, weaves. Sent off toward the net, but taken by Eustace. And that's clear to center ice, but Falanga chases and recovers. 1:45 to go in the second period. It's 5-3 East Haven. That's cross ice. It goes to Montesanto. Pluck it off towards Falanga's direction. As he waits, it's an airborne and cross to Goodwin. His shot blocked away by Marquis. To the left side. The left point. That shot is high above the crossbar and it deflected airborne into the mitt of Marquis. Excuse me, that's Mike Adorno, the second goaltender. will hold for a face-off. 1:11 to go in the second period. Falanga gets waved off with a false start. It's Longobardi, who will draw with Chapman. Won by Chapman. Taken by McIntyre, off to Law. With 64 seconds to go in the period. Turns it over. Falanga's shot gets deflected off Adorno's glove. And chased over by Chapman. Off to Levin. Back to Chapman. Weaves through two defenders. Puts up a shot. Gets deflected high and wide. Big breakaway scoring chance denied. It's Falanga. Across the center ice into Montesanto. Behind the net goes to McIntyre. To Levin. Chapman, his shot deflected off the goaltender's glove, and the net gets dislodged. As Belushi had trouble holding on to it. 18.4 to go in the second period. Thompson will draw for Simsbury. Actually, he won't. A little confusion here on Simsbury's part. Thompson returns. No, they switch it off. It's Charlie Driscoll, mid-year call-up freshman skater, to face off. East Haven comes with the puck with 10 seconds remaining. It's Goodwin. Try to get it off. And that shot is wide right and chased over back by Goodwin. And Thompson sends it away. Dangerous centering pass, but that will close out the second period as both sides exchange 3 goals. And after 2 periods of play, it's East Haven 5 and Simsbury 3. We'll be back with a third period of action right after this. And both teams hit center ice. We get ready to start this third period. It's Thompson wins the draw for the Trojans, who trail this one 5-3. Thompson carries into the zone as he falls and sends it high above the net. Chased over by McIntyre. 5-3. East Haven with a lead. Mike Falanga, a hat trick, including a power play goal. He also has an assist. Tristan Goodwin, the other 2 goals for the Yellow Jackets. Simsbury's goals scored by Kurt Eustace, Hunter Chapman, and Riley Chapman. All 3 Simsbury goals were in the second period. As McIntyre, this is over, sends it airborne to Gaffney. Passes it over to Gaffney. And gets a collision with Montesanto. A little extracurriculars there from Gaffney. But no call. Now loose puck chased over by Hunter Chapman. Tries to center it, but gets poked away by Latella. Levin puts up a shot. That gets deflected high above the net. Dangerous pass. Chapman tried to send it home strong, but gets poked and sent away by Goodwin. It's Falanga who loses it. Hunter Chapman trying to start another break. He loses control, and we have a whistle here. 93 seconds into the period, and a cross check will be called. And it will be called against Hunter Chapman. So another power play opportunity for East Haven as they have a 2-goal lead with 13:27 to go in regulation. As they try to go for their 16th win of the season. Simsbury just trying to right the ship, having come into tonight losing 5 of their last 6 games. It's Driscoll who gets tied up on the draw. And it gets sent out over to Butler. To the point to Montesanto. To Butler. To Johnson. And that gets deflected away. And that goes by the Simsbury net. The far side. Gaffney gets tangled up with Johnson. Poked away. Got a whistle right here. Delayed penalty call as Belusha heads to the bench and got a whistle. Believe the penalty will go against thought it was Driscoll, but instead it'll be going up against Kurt Eustace. So Simsbury will have to kill off a 5-on-3 for 1:27. Draw tied up, won by Thompson as he sends it over to the East Haven zone. There's a boarding call on Eustace. And it's Goodwin on the left point. This is over. Sets us at Falanga and his vicious slap shot. And it's Goodwin calling for it. But it gets poked away by McIntyre and chased over by Longobardi. Sent over by Thompson. And that gets trickled off and cleared to center. McIntyre, Swenson, and Thompson on for the Trojans. 40 seconds to go in the Chapman penalty. It's Falanga, carries in the zone, sends it to Latella. Waits to the high slot, to Falanga, to Goodwin. That pass is knocked away and a whistle. "17 seconds to go in the Chapman penalty, 51 to go in the Eustace penalty. Falanga will face off against Nolan Thompson. Draw tied up, taken by Falanga. To the right point it goes to Johnson. A high slot, and he falls, gets it over to Falanga, puts up a shot and scores! Mike Falanga, another snipe shot, his 4th goal of the night. And East Haven takes a 6-3 lead. Falanga's 2nd power play goal of the night, 4th goal overall. And it is 6-3 East Haven. It's been a 2-man show for the Yellow Jackets. Goodwin and Falanga. His shot's been a real weapon for the Yellow Jackets all night long.
East Haven goal scored by number 91, Mike Falanga, assisted by number 10, Dylan Butler.
Butler gets credit for the assist, but he has been the story all night on both ends. Scoring 4 goals, setting up the first goal in the first period, creating all these run-out opportunities. And that shot by Goodwin is deflected high and wide left as the Eustace penalty expires with 10:50 to go in regulation. It's Longobardi. It's poked away. Falanga puts up another shot, is knocked away. When he's had room, he has been quite a weapon for the Yellow Jackets tonight. That gets back sent off towards center ice. Falanga almost had that intercepted. Taken by Foster. And then Montesanto hits Foster as he loses his footing, but sent off to Rooney. That gets poked away. Foster and Mike Montesanto. Little scrum, trickles onto the near side boards. Law sends it behind the East Haven net. Chased over by Rudy. Anyway, with Montesanto, and deflected back to center ice. Falanga loses it off towards Riccio's direction as it goes high, airborne to center ice. It's Butler. Cross pass is knocked away, and a whistle right here. And I believe that's East Haven's 7th goal. East Haven really pouring it out in the third period. Another run-on opportunity. It's Avalon. On the Simsbury net, taken by Butler. Scrum with Driscoll. Sent back off to Reese. To Werder. But poked away by Montesanto. That's Sedava trickled away in front of the net. Chased over, back to the high slot. It's Butler. Crossing pass is cracked wide. Barty getting credited for the goal. It's Chapman. Breakaway opportunity. He shoots and scores! It's Hunter Chapman. Gets his 2nd goal of the evening. His 10th of the season. Simsbury now trails 7-4. Christian Levin will draw at center ice. Draw. One by the Trojans. It's Chapman. To Levin.
Simsbury goal scored by number 17, Hunter Chapman, assisted by number 6, Peter Williams.
Pete Williams gets credited for the assist, his 2nd of the season. Under 8 to go in the third period, it's 7-4. Number 7, East Haven on top. As that's sent over to Longobardi. Uses the far side, knocks Longobardi into the boards. The scrum as Gaffney gets it, sends it out. And Swenson, who gets tripped by Joe Diabaro, but no call. Pretty obvious trip it looked like, but to no avail. It's McIntyre off the center ice. It's Thompson. And I have a whistle. So the puck got deflected into the East Haven bench. And we'll draw at center ice with 6:50 to go in the third period. Levin and Johnson draw, one by the Trojans. It's Law. Pinballs it off to Hunter Chapman, who falls. Montesanto knocked him down. And a vicious double team on Johnson as Adorno sends the shot away. Loose puck in the slot taken by Chapman. Off to his brother Riley. But handled by Anthony Avalon. And takes a hit from Riley Chapman as Adorno sends it to the far side. It's chased over by Levin. Outlets it just away from Hunter Chapman, and we have a whistle. And it will be icing against the Trojans. With 6:04 to go in the third period. Simsbury trails this one 7-4. Simsbury goals from Kurt Eustace, Riley Chapman, and the remaining two from Hunter Chapman. Saving on their hand has had 4 goals from Mike Falanga, 2 from Tristan Goodwin, and 1 from Matt Longobardi. Sent over behind the Simsbury net. Over by Rooney. And we have a whistle and an offside against East Haven. With 5:30 to go, this gets sent off to center ice, chased over by Gaffney. Away to Swedson. To Williams. It's over to the far side. Sent airborne taken by Thompson. Sends it to Law. Off to Swedson. And sends the hit on Longobardi. That pass get off the skate of Levin. And Goodwin shot deflected by Law. To Montesanto behind the Simsbury net. Chased by Gaffney and Law. Scrum of the far boards. Sent back out to Rooney's direction. As he carries it in the zone. Sends a shot as far wide left, chased by Chapman. Swenson keeps it in. Riley Chapman pokes it off to Levin. Back to Chapman. That centering pass is wide and handled by Rooney. Sends it to Law. Off to Chapman. To center ice. Chapman puts a hit on Goodwin. And chased over by Rooney. No icing on the play, under 4 to go in the third period. It's 7-4 East Haven. Rudy leading a break. But a nice poke check from Montesanto. And that's in front of the net. That gets dislodged. As Hunter Chapman had a real opportunity there to try to put his third goal in net. With 3:38 remaining, Simsbury finds themselves trailing by 3. And a run-out opportunity for Avalon. But Simsbury's defense recovers as Eustace sends out an outlet to Loftus. Behind the net, centering pass. It's poked away and sent high off the boards to McIntyre's direction. Falanga. Nice outlet pass to Avalon. Where he holds. Sends to the calling Falanga. His shot poked away by Adorno, rebound opportunity is held on to by the freshman netminder for a face-off. Adorno came in the second period in relief of the freshman goaltender Drew Marquis. Tie up on the draw taken by Eustace, off to Swenson. Tries, nice cross-ice pass to Gaffney as he holds, waits, but cleared out by East Haven. And it'll be an icing against the Yellow Jackets with 2:38 to go in the third period. Thompson and Dacey will draw, won by the Yellow Jackets. Deflected out to McIntyre's direction, off to Gaffney, centering pass, and that shot is poked away by Belusha. Off to Thompson, chased by D'Albero. That's sent out and pinballed by D'Albero. McIntyre and Swenson get tangled up with Butler. And a big hit from Gaffney. Swenson weaves through the defense, puts up a shot, and that's stuck away by Belusha. And a big hit as Dacey is on the ice after taking a vicious hit from Swenson. Very slow to get up. Legal hit nonetheless, but with 1:49 to go, Dacey, the senior forward, still on the ice. Shredding staff finally helps the senior up. Gets helped up with the bench. So a minute 49 to go in the third period. 7-4 East Haven. Driscoll gets tied up on the draw. It's taken by Latella. Goes off to Reese. Takes it from Montesanto. That trickles to the neutral zone. That shot gloved away by Adorno. And taken by Werner. Tries to cross it to Reese, but it gets poked away. 66 seconds to go in the third period. It's Rooney. Turns it over. And it's Warner. He fans on the shot. Taken by Rooney. That shot poked away by Belusha. And sent off back to center ice by Latella. Off the Simsbury zone. And a platoon swap for the Yellow Jackets. And that's sent to the Simsbury zone with 25 seconds to go in the third period. And a tangle up there as Williams got sent airborne. We have a whistle with 17.5 seconds remaining in the third period. And East Haven skater heads out of the penalty box. It is Mike Falanga, the junior who has 5 points in tonight's game, 4 goals, and the assist on the opening goal. This power play nearly academic here. With just 17.5 seconds remaining in the third period as it's sent off to Gaffney. Crosses to Law. His shot is gloved away for Belusha. It's unsportsmanlike conduct on Falanga. Driscoll wants to draw for the Trojans, gets it to Werner. His shot is high and wide right. And that will do it. The third period as East Haven really exemplifies their showing off their firepower tonight, netting 7 goals tonight as they handle Simsbury 7-4. It's a close one for a little bit. The second period as Simsbury caught the deficit to 3-2. But then East Haven's offense, especially junior forward Mike Falanga, really lit up the Simsbury defense. We'll be right back with the stars of the game right after this. And welcome back to the ISCC as the Trojans fall to the East Haven Yellow Jackets tonight by a score of 7-4 as we get ready for the 3 stars of the game. Tonight's third star goes to East Haven forward Tristan Goodwin, who scored 2 goals tonight, including the opening goal off a great pass by Mike Falanga. Tonight's second star is Simsbury forward Hunter Chapman, who really helped ignite the Simsbury offense for a while. He scored 2 goals tonight and chipped in with an assist as well. But tonight's first star really deserves it here. It's Mike Falanga, the forward for East Haven, who net 4 goals tonight and also played the assist on the crossing pass and the first goal of the game. So those are your 3 stars tonight. Your final score from the ISCC, East Haven 7, Simsbury 4. And don't miss the Trojans' next game Friday night here against Glastonbury. That'll start at 7:20. We'll have it right for you here on SCTV. For my cameraman Ken Picard and all of us here at SCTV, this is Adam Roswadowski signing off. Good night, everybody.